And good morning. Welcome in. It's time for another installment of Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks. And once again on a Monday morning, Dr. Beth joins us in studio. How are we doing today, Doctor?
I'm really good, Mike. How are you doing today?
Not too bad, as we are focusing on, well, it's February now, so we're closing in on Valentine's Day, right? Is that the next couple of weeks the theme of the show, sort of?
Yes, it is. Actually, this week and next week, both we're talking about love, and I don't think any of our listeners could have missed it because the stores have been full since the day after Christmas.
I think you're right about that.
So they know it's coming. But one of the things I think, sometimes we either avoid doing something because we're afraid we're going to disappoint, or we put it off because we want to do it special or whatever. And so I'm thinking maybe I just will mention a few things that we can think about when we're giving a gift. Thinking about, there's a book called 5 Love Languages. It's by Gary Chapman. He's got a website, got all kinds of crazy stuff about it. There's little questionnaires you can take to see what your love language is and stuff like that. But he says there's 5 basic love languages. The first one being words of affirmation. So, when my husband, like today he made bacon, I said to him, hey, you make great bacon. Words of affirmation.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, it was good. We kind of wallowed in that for a minute. Ideally letting somebody know that there's a quality or a characteristic about them that we appreciate or something they do. Quality time. So often we're multitasking, talking about our schedule while we're driving the kids somewhere, and supposedly we're on a date night. No.
Yeah.
We've got to, every now and then just focus on each other. Turn off the phones, watch a movie together, have a dinner that's just the two of you.
Right.
Some people really appreciate acts of service. Now, I will tell you that's something I like, and my act of service is let's clean a closet.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to participate. I'm kidding. But regardless, some people really want, they want to have an act of service that's a gift to them, or they like to give it. So like some kids give redeemable coupons for chores,
I've done that, yep.
Yeah. So there's that. There's physical touch, which, we would think, we wouldn't think of necessarily as a gift, but it allows the person to know that we recognize that they're there. So whatever is appropriate for that relationship, a hug, a kiss, a pat on the back, a handshake,
Yeah.
people need to feel like they're connected. And that physical piece, just like when we're talking about trauma, the physical piece makes us feel connected. And then, of course, there's receiving gifts. Some people, it is not a gift at all unless it's in a box, wrapped up
Literally
with a bow.
needs to be a gift.
It needs to be a gift. And it needs to be a gift that you've given some thought to. Like I heard you mention that you like this one kind of candy. So I got you a book about how it was made. And a little piece of it, a little section of it so you could enjoy it, or different things that put together. Because people really feel loved when they're known. And when we pay attention to how they are, then they feel loved. Now, a couple important things to remember is my husband's love language and mine aren't the same. So I can't use my love language to give him a gift and expect him to be excited. Right. I have to figure out what his is and do it his way.
Yeah.
Just like he has to do it my way. If we're going to
They're not always going to be the same. Right?
Exactly. But you can also use more than one love language. And as long as the other person's is included, you can give a gift and physical touch and an act of service if you like. Because it's important that we recognize the people in our lives and know them for what they enjoy.
The 5 love languages, that's something folks can do. You can read the book. You can go online. There's all kinds of stuff about that, I'm sure. And an important time of year, especially as we close in on Valentine's Day, to kind of focus on some of those things and take care of the other person in your life. As we have this segment for you every week at the same time. Next week, we will also be kind of focusing on something related, so make sure you're tuned in. Go online to safeharboril.com to listen to this show or past shows as well, and get more resources on any of our topics. It's Your Life Matters with clinical social worker Dr. Beth Plachetka from Safe Harbor Counseling and Dr. Beth Speaks.